My BF put my life at risk. Would you forgive him? 29F30M. I need people's opinions on this, please. I'm a female from Montreal, Canada, and my boyfriend is from the States. We're 29 and 30 years old. I've been with him for about 3 years. Someone hit his car and drove away on the highway. I was in the passenger seat. He started speeding to catch him, like extreme amounts of speed, and repeatedly told him to stop and that I was very, very scared. He then finally got the driver, but the driver came out and had a weapon in his hand. We are very lucky he didn't do anything to us and we were able to speed away and he didn't follow us. It could have been a lot worse. Personally, I feel like no amount of damage to a vehicle is worth my life. I was shaking, crying, and just lost for words at the situation I was put in. I didn't even know what to do. I even had doubts after, or the relationship, the fact he would even put me in a situation like that. Is this something that would be a deal breaker for you, or would you forgive him? It feels like you can read your own post and make up your own mind about this, and you don't need Reddit. Trying to follow the guy as a first impulse may be somewhat understandable, but when you asked him to stop and told him you're scared, that's when he should have snapped out of it. He didn't. You're only okay because you were lucky, not because he stopped actively endangering you at any point during this. My aunt was in a similar situation when she was engaged to my uncle. He drove so dangerously it injured her head very badly and she had permanent scarring on her face. And after they got married, he became a tyrant and controls and abuses her to this very day. That is a deal breaker for me. He threatened your life. You could have died or been horrifically injured or in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. The passenger seat is the most dangerous seat of all to be in an accident. Your life is more important. Please get some counseling to help you. No. For a 30-year-old man to behave like this, I would seriously be questioning if he would put any future kids of mine in this situation because of his temper. I would not trust him to be a father, and I don't want to marry someone I would have to divorce just to protect kids. This behavior would have made him a threat to my own future, so I would have processed it for a week and then walked away. You can't have kids with this. I personally wouldn't forgive him. But does that behavior align with other things you've been looking past? If so, then you should probably break up with him. Interestingly enough, I've been in this situation. Literally a few months ago. I was mad and I wanted my husband to follow the guy so I could get his license plate. He immediately refused. His reason? It's too dangerous. I calmed down and realized he was right. And if I were the driver, I'd say the same thing. Run. Don't walk. I'd have broken up with him on the spot. This isn't a matter of forgiveness. It's a matter of trust. You cannot trust this man to put your safety above his anger. Yes. This would be a deal breaker for me. I wouldn't forgive him. He ignored your pleas and terror for his ego. He showed you what's really important to him, and it's not you. Personally, just wouldn't forgive. How people feel and act when their adrenaline kicks is as indicative of how they will react in future situations, and personally, I think what he did was idiotic. Possibly getting shot is not a risk I would ever take. Your ex-boyfriend. For me, it's the uncontrolled rage that's a problem. He could not see past his rage to understand that he was putting you, himself and others in danger driving the way he was. I would have called the police and reported the hit and run. In my area, they would have found him quickly. It should not take someone with a weapon approaching you for him to realize he screwed up. He's just lucky he didn't get shot. For me, I'd sit him down. I'd tell him one more incident like that, I'd be gone. No more chances. This entire situation was messed up and I don't think anyone would blame you for walking away. Good grief. If he would do that to the one person he, presumably, claims to love, what would happen if you were 5 years into a marriage and had a couple of babies in the back seat of the car? I would not forgive this. This would be a relationship-ending deal-breaker type situation for me. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. Your hopefully soon-to-be ex-boyfriend is a sociopath. He could have got you killed with his erratic driving. He could have killed other users on the road. Yeah, a hit and run is annoying. But it doesn't justify him becoming a complete asshole behind the wheel. And you also now know how far you will go when he is angry. Are you sure you want to find out what he will do when you burn dinner? So I wouldn't. He has shown he has anger issues and a lack of judgment. And that your feelings do not matter. Thanks for your response though. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I'd be out after that. Deal breaker. Have him watch the movie Unhinged with Russell Crowe. That'll be the end of that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.